Good afternoon, I'm Ryan White, and on this week's Thursday Corner we'll be talking about Australia's first newspaper, the Sydney Gazette. This paper dates way back from the 5th of March 1803 until 20th of October 1824. It was an official publication of the Government of New South Wales, authorised by Governor King and printed by George Howe. Here's the picture of the paper just printed. On October 14, 1824, under the editorship of Robert Howe, it ceased to be censored by the colonial government. The introductory address by Howe was published on the first page in the third column. This is what it read. Innumerable as the obstacles which were threatened to oppose our undertaking, yet we are happy to affirm that they were not insurmountable, however difficult the task before us. The utility of a paper in the colony, and it must open a source of solid information, will we hope be universally felt and acknowledged. We have courted the assistance of the ingenious and intelligent. We open no channel to political discussion or personal animadversion. Information is our only purpose. Accomplished, we shall consider that we have done our duty in an exertion to merit the approbation of the public and to secure a liberal patronage of the Sydney Gazette. That was the address article of the Sydney Gazette and New South Wales Advertiser, 5th of March 1803. The new newspaper's original editor, typesetter and printer was George Howe, who had been transported to New South Wales for shoplifting in 1800. Howe's death in 1821. After that, the Gazette was printed by his son Robert until he drowned in a boating accident in Port Jackson in 1829. The business then passed to Robert's co-editor and friend Ralph Mansfield. Mansfield soon left the Gazette and was replaced by a series of short-term editors, including Edward O'Shaughnessy, George Thomas Graham, and Horatio Wills, Robert Howe's apprentice and stepbrother. From 1833, the paper was not only edited by Annie Rao, Robert's widow, Anne Howe, but managed by O'Shaughnessy and later William Watt, a ticketed leave convict who Anne later married. After Watt's banishment to Port Macquarie in 1835, ownership of the Gazette passed to Richard Jones, co-executive to Robert Howe's estate. Jones helped establish Robert Charles Howe, Howe's eldest illegitimate son, as legal owner. Howe sold the newspaper in 1841 to Patrick S. Grant. Its final editor from the 2nd of August 1842 was Richard Sanderson. The Gazette was then put alongside government orders, rules and regulations on a small printing press and news type brought to the colony by Governor Phillip in January 1788. It was initially printed as a single sheet folded into 4 pages of foolscap size, with each page typeset in 3 columns. Its masthead was a locally produced woodcut of Sydney and carried the imprimatur published by authority. In May 1803, Howe successfully requested new type and additional engravings to replace the worn type that has been used previously. The printing materials were further upgraded by Howe's son when he enlarged the newspaper to daily size in 1824. From March 5, 1803 until 29th of September 1825, the Gazette was issued weekly, after which it was published bi-weekly until December 30, 1826. For 6 weeks from 1st of January to 10th of February 1827, it appeared daily, but the Postal Service could not accommodate this schedule. It continued publication 3 times a week until it discontinued production on 20th of October 1842, putting the Sydney Gazette out of business. The paper has been digitised as part of the Australian Newspaper Digitisation Program, or ANDP, project of the National Library of Australia. So the next time you like to print your own newspaper one day, you better think before you print. In this case, you don't want to read any headlines or lies that could ruin your whole life, especially if the headlines are like these. So this is Ron White, and I'll be saying I'll see you in the presses. I'll be not.